You may have heard not long ago the Blue Angels were in town, and it was kind of hard to avoid. My wife and I live over by the waterfront in San Francisco, and we were getting buzzed by them. So this is a poem I wrote for them called "A Disturbing Turbo Angel Exhaust." How is a fighter jet angelic? It's the opposite. A loud, destructive mechanism with a man inside. It cruises through angelic skies, incurring a vicarious association with the metaphysical. It is disturbing the peace and blowing it to pieces. And the blessings it bestows are in the form of bullets which deliver death. Was it a fighter jet that visited the Virgin Mary with an engine full of angel exhaust? I wish a fighter jet was like an angel. It would be more quiet and invisible. In fact, it wouldn't exist. The closest that it comes to the angelic is a pilot when he's floating with a parachute. He's in between the heavens and the earth. The latter is magnetic, with disintegrated airplanes sticking to it, an exploded view. The dead are grounded. It is not an angel of mercy. It is more like an emergency. At 600 miles an hour, there is a certain urgency. It has the omnipresence of a messenger of God, and it will hit a village with a fusillade of flaming swords. The fighter jets around Jerusalem are not exactly seraphim. The supersonic paranoia in the Holy Land a wonder to behold. The Ubermenschen who control the country from another dimension, the inhabitants of a mechanical panic. It requires no imagination to machine gun the historic and replace it with the two-dimensional. And yet I can't object to having the Blue Angels in town. We're paying for the military. We should see what it can do, while trying to imagine the impact of an all-American F-18 on other countries when it shows up like the screaming banshee of an errant nationalism. It's a bird of prey. And you don't have a prayer if it appears on the horizon with its homicidal radar and its wingtip vortices, a shockwave moving through the people who are forced to give their money to the military like a feudal lord collecting from the peasants who are thought to be expendable. The propaganda unbelievable. It's like the concentration camps where people were told that work will make you free. It is a system which would have us believe the fighter jets are angels, and a missile has been named for an indigenous tribe that never made it to the Iron Age. I'm looking at the weapons of a military protection racket. In the old days of the Soviet Union, they would haul their missiles down the street so everyone could see how big they were. We hide them in this country, but a few have gotten loose. Here come the warm jets. We're under attack. They're firing blanks. I'm bearing witness to the most ungodly thunder, like the sky is being torn apart by flying demons, and it leaves me with the dive bomb blues. The whimsy of the lethal is a little hard to take. The glorification ringing hollow, and the show is over when the last jet turns into a seagull.